The second remedy: control your expenditures. Some of your members, my students, have asked me this: how can a man keep 1/10 of all he earns in his purse when all the coins he earns are not enough for his necessary expenses? Thus Arcad addressed these students on the second day. Yesterday, how many of you carried lean purses? All of us, answered the class. Yet you do not all earn the same. Some earn much more than others. Some have much larger families to support. Yet all purses were equally lean. Now I will tell you an unusual truth about men and sons of men. It is this: that what each of us calls our necessary expenses will always grow to equal our incomes unless we protest to the contrary. Do not confuse your necessary expenses with your desires. Each of you, together with your good families, has more desires than your earnings can gratify. Therefore, your earnings are spent to gratify those desires insofar as they will go, and still you might have many ungratified desires. All men are burdened with more desires than they can gratify. Because of my wealth, do you think I can gratify every desire? This is a false idea. There are limits to my time. There are limits to my strength. There are limits to the distance I can travel. There are limits to what I can eat. There are limits to the zest with which I can enjoy. I say to you that just as weeds grow in a field, wherever the farmer leaves space for the roots to take hold, so do desires grow in men whenever there is a possibility of their being gratified. Your desires are many, yet those who can gratify are but few. Thoughtfully study your custom habits of living. Herein are most often found certain accepted expenses that can wisely be reduced or eliminated. Let your motto be 100% of appreciated value demanded for each coin spent. Thus, engrave on your clay the things upon which you wish to spend. Select those things that are necessary, and those that are possible through the expenditure of 9/10 of your income. Cross out the rest, and consider them but a part of that great multitude of desires that must go unsatisfied, and do not regret them. Then, budget your necessary expenses. Do not touch the 1/10 that is fattening your purse. Let this be your great desire that is being fulfilled. Keep working within your budget. Keep adjusting it to help you. Make it first your assistant in defending your fattening purse. At this point, one of the students wearing a robe of red and gold arose and said, "I am a free man. I believe that is my right to enjoy the good things of life. Therefore, I object to the slavery of a budget that determines just how much I spend and for what. I feel it would remove much pleasure from my life and make me little more than a donkey carrying a burden." To him, Arcad replied, "Who, my friend, will determine your budget?" "I will make it for myself," responded the protesting one. "In that case, were a donkey to budget his burden, would he include in it rugs and heavy bars of gold? No. He would include hay and grain and a bag of water for the desert trail. The purpose of a budget is to help you fatten your purse. It is to assist you to have your necessities, and, insofar as attainable, your other desires. It is to enable you to realize your most cherished desires by defending them from your casual wishes. Like a bright light in a dark cave, your budget shows up the leaks from your purse, enables you to stop them and control your expenditures for definite and gratifying purposes. This then is the second remedy for a lean purse. Budget your expenses so that you may have coins to pay for your necessities, to pay for your enjoyments, and to gratify your worthwhile desires without spending more than 9/10 of your earnings.